Okay, there. Audio, captions, and we're live. Welcome. And somehow the fonts got messed up. What the heck? Welcome to our charity fundraiser. We are playing Cats and Catacombs, hosted by Zan, and I'm going to let her take it from here while I figure out what's going on with this font.
All right. So today's game is the Wishstone's Curse, which is a homebrew Cats and Catacombs game. And as the scene starts, you are all in the Vengal Forest. This forest is dense, and it dims the light even at mid-morning, which it is not early morning because you are all cats, and most of you don't deign to wake up before noon. However, since you all traveled to this area and met in a clearing that the road traveled to, you saw your contact with the Awakened Guild. A black cat in black leather armor with bright green eyes stares down at you from the top of a tree. I'm glad you all arrived safely. Oh, Whisper, it's you again. Hello. Well, you have all received your advances from the guild, the magic items. This appears to be a bit of a puzzle. The village of Rendell's Rest is about 2 miles east of here. Just keep your eyes peeled. You're sure to find it.
Thank you very
They
much.
they appear to have a myriad of problems at the moment. Their artifact is missing. There's some kind of beast prowling around the village. No one seems hurt yet, but it seems the situation is escalating. We want you to observe, protect the village, find the artifact if you can, and report back.
I think we can handle that.
That 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 was a whole lot, but I think I remember most of it.
Your armor looks really, really cool.
Thank you.
So shiny.
Is there anything else you require of me before I take my leave? And Whisper, you notice that he has a rather large sack, just like before.
Oh yeah. Um, what you got in the bag? What's in that bag?
Little of this and a little of that. You did already
Well,
get your advance from the guild.
one advance. Yes, I do have this, but I don't have that.
And what would you do for me in return?
I won't tell about your secret stash of catnip.
There's a secret stash of catnip.
No, not at all.
I'm just saying, I mean, if you're cool, I'm cool.
His eyes
So
narrow at Whisper.
Everyone else's
Roll a
eyes
d6.
get real. Can I make a perception check?
Go ahead.
Alright, now got a 6.
Okay, you don't notice much. I mean, black cat, black armor, sack beside him. I mean, seems fairly straightforward. Oh, what did Whisper roll?
Oh, I'm rolling perception as well.
Oh no, I asked you to roll a d6.
Oh. 5.
The black cat reaches into the bag. Just paws at something and then knocks it at you from off the tree. It's a silver wand. You have a wand of fascination. You can use the wand to point at any surface within 30 feet of you, and any creature within 10 feet has to make a wisdom saving throw or become fascinated by the dot.
Excellent. I will, under no circumstances, absolutely abuse this to my own amusement.
Wait. Whisper, what do you got over there? That looks really shiny and fancy.
My eyes dilate, and I'm a very reserved cat, but when I see a dot,
There's no reservations. Yeah, exactly.
I got a 13 to attack the dot with my double-bladed scimitar.
You appear to hit the dot. You jump on that dot and it appears to be gone.
I have destroyed the foul fiend.
Oh, my champion!
So I stand up off my perch and look over and I say, "It's the beast! The beast that the cat mentioned! After it!"
Everyone!
Get it!
Oh dear.
And we all roll initiative, and this is the rest of the game.
No. I assume you go rushing off in the direction that the dot pointed, and curiously enough, the dot was pointed in the direction of the village. So
Oh, 2 miles west. How awesome.
So you all run, or variations thereof, about 2 miles. I'm going to need you all to make perception checks.
All right.
Yeah.
Like crappy scamper.
That's a 6.
Oh, nat 20. Wasted.
Oh.
It's not so wasted here.
All right, I'll
Dang.
take it. I like it.
I got a 21.
Okay,
Was it straight
so
D20 roll?
Kude
Perception.
and Whisper are the only ones to notice when your surroundings become... You just notice something a little bit different about your surroundings. It takes a minute. You have to stop and look again. And you see that there are actually doors in some of these trees. And then you see little signs. And then you see little bits of habitation everywhere. But if the door hadn't caught your eye, you would have run right past it and not even known. And you find yourself in the village of Rendell's Rest, a small gnome village. So they're kind of difficult to spot.
They're still taller than
I'll
us.
kind of look at Whisper. If I notice that
True.
Whisper's noticed.
Oh yeah, I guess I should. No, I don't notice anything going on. I continue walking.
Yeah. me too.
So some of your friends just continue on their way.
I've got
not
my
even-
blade, and I'm just
Apache boy.
looking for that dot, man.
Hey, look at these doors.
Oh.
Lamp dude.
Huh?
Hey,
What?
see these doors over here?
I got a 6.
And I kind of like scamper over towards them, close, and I'm like, no, and I run away. Scary shit. Even though I got
You do
nowhere
some
near-
like sideways,
yeah,
backwards
yeah,
jumps.
yeah. Even though I got nowhere near it.
So I kind of resheath, however that works with the double-bladed thing, and go over to the door, and I paw at it.
Okay. After a few moments, the door opens, And a small gnome figure peeks out and then opens the door wide. And she goes, "Oh, and then takes a second look and she goes, "Oh, cats. And you all are wearing armor and cloaks. Oh, you must be adventurers. Please come in, come in."
We are
I'm going to roll.
adventurers.
I'm a distrustful animal, so I'm going to roll insight.
I like
Mhm.
gnomes,
I like
so I go
gnomes.
right in.
21.
Perfect petting height.
21.
Sometimes I knock them over because I'm a cat.
This particular gnome is female, short, curly hair. She introduces herself as Mira Puddle, and she is extremely glad to see you. In fact, as you she ushers you in, she looks past you as if she's looking for something worriedly, and then smiles even more broadly as she doesn't see anyone or anything else.
Nice.
Look back out the doorway before we all come in, and I'm like a mangy looking big Norwegian cat with an eye patch, not the cool one from the book, just cosmetic. And I look out the window where she was staring, and I shift the eye patch to the other eye, nod, and turn back around.
Oscar's
Well,
cooler than both of us combined. Apparently.
As you walk into this very large tree, you see a lot of little tables set up with little chairs and little doilies and little teapots and little teacups all around the place, and you find yourself in the Mirage tea room.
Oh my god, I want to knock everything over right now.
This is a bad call.
Oh,
I'm restraining myself.
there are a
but-
lot of really delicate things in this room.
They're
and
all right on the
she-
corners of tables. I know.
Tails
She-
just like
She ushers you over to some
I lean
cushions.
over to Houdet and say, "They wouldn't put them there if they didn't intend it to be used."
you're right. They should be on the floor. The floor is where they belong. I don't know. Is that what the cat's process? Is that what a cat's thought process is behind knocking shit over?
I think it makes a loud noise. And
Oh.
This is off my human. I think that's their thought process.
All right.
So do you in fact go to knock teacups off the
Stealthily,
table?
like I'm gonna like.
Well, you know, they don't just wail, right? It's usually a.
Make- Yeah,
They make eye contact.
Stealthily.
Yeah, there's got to be eye contact somewhere.
Make a sleight of hand check for me.
There we
I
go.
loved it. Yeah, I guess I do want them to know that's a 5.
You know, that's my first natural one roll of the night. She doesn't even notice that
I guess
you
I'm
have
kinda
knocked
disappointed
one of the
then.
teacups off the table. It's like
Like
maybe
meow.
she's a trifle deaf in one ear, but she doesn't even notice the sound hitting the floor.
I love it.
You'd probably have to do another one.
But she ushers you over to some cushions and says, "I'll send somebody to get the mare, and is there anything I can get you? I have milk. I can
Are you cool?
and
Are you cool?
I,
You
I
have catnip.
oh, I am cool."
Then I would like some of that, please.
And she goes, and for the rest of you?
Same.
Yeah.
Ends milk.
Hot water.
Just oh, okay. Catnip, nearly all around, and a bowl of water.
Oh yeah, definitely some catnip too. I would have some catnip. Yeah.
Okay.
I'd like some hot water too because I see where you're going with this. And I want some catnip tea, and I want some just like good to go catnip. There's a lot of ways you can imbibe it. I assume if you magic cat.
Right? Right?
Okay.
The world's our oyster.
So She ends up bringing over catnip. She brings over a kettle of hot water and also some savory scones, just in case you're interested. And she goes, "Okay, I've sent someone to go get the mare. Should be here in just a few minutes. All right."
Kind of walk over to a cushion and like legs out, just kind of sploot on top of it and wait.
All right, so I might skip ahead a bit, considering you're all
Yeah.
imbibing some catnip tea.
I am now laid back on the cushion, and I am rolling a bit.
I forego the tea for a very specific reason that I will share later.
Mm-hmm.
I have somehow made it under the cushion that Oscar is laying on, and it's just like the edge of my nose is out.
Yes,
Yes.
I approve.
I have no idea. I rolled really low.
So, some minutes pass, and another elf woman enters the tea room and comes over to your table.
Can I roll a
Brings over a
perception to
chair.
see if I noticed?
Okay.
That's a 6. So because I'm kind of in a daze, as they walk up, I like jump up, hiss, and go under the table. And then I'm like, I'm sorry, that almost never happens.
She looks startled by your reaction, but recovers quickly and sits down at the table.
I get back to my cushion and act like I'm cool.
I'll ask her if she's any plastic bags I can just lick, because that's what this cat right here is doing right now. It's driving me insane.
I'm sorry we don't have any plastic here,
Oh, yeah,
but
that's right.
we do have bowls. There seem to be some china ones. And in any case,
No petroleum products in fantasy worlds. That's right. So
You have to dig a little deep for that, yeah.
Yeah. That's why it's a fantasy world. Yeah, I'll take a little saucer of whatever. And I love your place. It's really nice here.
How big is this bowl / saucer?
the one Miss Pottle brings over is fairly good size. It's like a soup bowl.
I raise a paw and say, yes, I will have saucer. And I place it underneath me and try to get all 4 paws on it. And I sit on it.
And this, my friends, is why you don't send cats on adventures.
Oh, yeah. Elowind, who has now sat at your table, is looking less confident. But goes on to explain their situation. Well, in our town, we have a kind of guardian spirit, and it's, well, we did have an artifact which we called the Wishstone, where we would leave little offerings and make little wishes, and sometimes they would come true. And it's made life here so close to Feywild touched lands easier. And we've grown to depend on the little comforts that such an object brings. 2 weeks ago, it was stolen and the altar was vandalized. And now we have a beast that is stalking around our village. No one has been hurt yet, but also tools have been breaking. Animals have been acting strange. Many odd things are going on, and we really need your help.
Has anyone seen this creature?
Yes, many have seen it, but the descriptions vary greatly, except that it has bright gold eyes, terrifying gold eyes.
Are you
Some
sure?
people say it looks. Oh, some people say it looks like a bear. Some people say it looks like a horse. Some people say it looks like fog.
Intriguing.
Perhaps Red Dot is not monster.
Yes, I'm starting to think perhaps we went down a red herring. Although she did say that its appearance varies, thus
Ah,
could also be a red dot.
I don't believe it's ever been red before. Everyone has described it as something large and black with gold eyes.
Well, this is a first time for everything, yes?
I suppose it's possible.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
She returns to her tea.
What gives you the impression that Gold Eye's sharp teeth is going to hurt someone?
Well, it usually causes an awful ruckus at night, and several of the doors have been damaged by it ramming or clawing at them, trying to get inside our homes.
I point at Oscar and I just go, yeah, that happens every night too.
maybe a big cat.
Could be a big cat.
It could be.
I do have goldish eyes as well, so perhaps. It is
I
not
really
me.
hope
Do not look
not.
at me like that, Whisper. It is not me. I've not been to this town before. We've been together the whole time.
This Wishstone sounds really nice. I'd like to yeah. Right? At least
Yeah.
check out where it used to be. See,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yes, of course. I can take you
You
to
said
where.
it can just do things for me, and I can be even lazier. Yeah, that sounds great.
Well, you do have to give it something first.
Yeah, I'll go find it a little dead mouse or like just some garbage, and then blah, and
A bird.
a
I don't
bird.
believe-
Yes, a bird.
Birds.
I don't believe everyone.
Birds are excellent
anyone's-
gifts.
Birds are good.
I don't believe anyone has tried to give it dead animals before, but
What other kind of offerings are there?
My brother
we
does
usually
bring
give
people
wine,
sticks.
flowers.
Worse, when you could have a dead bird.
I believe that would be my favorite present.
And while you're talking, she guides you to where the altar is, and you can see that it has been. All the offerings have been scattered. Things have been broken. Dolls have been shredded. There looks to be a little basin on top where the stone used to sit. There are a few things that might be intact, but it's clear that most of the things here have been decimated.
Like how big is the stone? Like palm size? Like something you can put in your hand?
About 2 fist size put together.
It's a good sized ball of yarn.
And Elowin goes on to describe the stone as being a dark gray, nearly black in color, with gold veins.
At the color description, I look at myself because that's my color description. I'm dark gray with black at the ends. Easy.
Oscar is just continuing. He just continues to impress me. I feel like I'm such a crappy right now.
Lamp goes through and she kind of bats through the stuff on the ground, partly to have fun, but partly also to do an investigation.
Okay.
Which
Make me an.
she has a -1 on, so it's not her strong suit.
But let's try.
14.
14. Most of the stuff is very shredded, but you managed to find a metal flask that is dented but still intact, and a few flowers that haven't been completely shredded.
So this one does not completely hate flowers.
This one does.
I see Lamp doing this, but I don't want Lamp to see her doing this. But I'm totally jealous that she got all the garbage to play with already. Well, I didn't want that anyway.
So she had previously said that like doors or something had been banged on.
Yes, and she directs your attention to one door in particular that looks very worn and has a lot of scratches on it.
Okay. I do that cat thing where I like rub up against it in my attempt to investigate it. Maybe some scratches to, see comparison.
Okay, so you're comparing your size scratch marks to the ones on the door?
Yeah.
Make me a perception check. I think with advantage since this is sight.
Well, I rolled a natural 20, so 21.
Okay. The thing that made these scratches is at least 4 times larger than you.
Holy crap.
And you, being awakened cats, you're actually a size larger than normal cats would be.
What if I'm What if I'm a little lap cat? I picked the little guy from the thing.
You're still larger than a normal lap cat, but you are smaller than the rest of the group.
All right, cool.
Yeah, I picked the biggest, chonkiest I could be, so that's 4 times bigger than me is like...
Yep. And
I'm middling.
You notice that some of the scratches have 4 claws and some of them have 5, and it seems to change. The oldest ones seem to have 5 claws, and then the more recent ones 4, and then there are some markings that look like something rammed into it. They aren't a scratch mark. It's like something, like a horse kicked the door.
Well, with my -1 intelligence, all I can assume is that as it scratches the door, it's been losing its fingers. The only thing that makes sense.
Let's find these fingies.
Now, you rubbed on the door. Did you actually scratch at it, or did you just hold your paw up?
I scratched it. For the record, for contextualization, I am a barbarian with that 8 intelligence. I'm doing my best. First-hand practice.
All right. So you scratched at the door, and a few moments later, there's a voice from behind the good door going, "Go away! We're closed!"
No, I was invited.
And then the door opens open a crack, and you see one eye peering out at you, and he goes, "Who are you? I don't recognize you."
Ha! I am Oscar. I am the most renowned cat from the north.
And I'm Lamp.
Oh. Yes, well, are you here to do something about that thing?
There's another thing?
Are there two things we're hunting down
The
now?
thing.
They are adding up so fast.
I will step up behind Oscar, very specifically behind Oscar,
Be-
because I don't put myself in danger. And just kind of
It's
peek
just like,
around.
no, the thing that has been scratching at my door every night.
One thing.
Oh, one thing. Okay.
One
thing.
thing.
The
Okay.
same thing. The red dot. The red dot.
Not the red dot. Not the red dot. We'll talk about the red dot later. Don't worry about the red dot. This is Gold Eye's Shark Tooth. This is maybe Bear, maybe Cat, maybe Oscar. We'll figure it out. Still from behind Oscar, I will ask the one eyeball staring from this crack in the doorway. Why is your door so important?
Probably because it keeps
How
stuff
should I
out.
know? I
Because it's
mean,
your door.
it's important to me, yes. I don't know why it's important to anyone else.
Well, whatever this is, it really likes your door.
Things can be important in different ways? Okay, why is it important to you?
Well, it keeps that thing from getting into my house. That's why it's important to me. Make an insight check.
Since I'm there, can I roll one too?
Yes, go ahead.
24.
9.
Dang.
Okay, Whisper,
I helped.
you got the feeling that this person is either extremely paranoid or they know something.
I look at Oscar
It's like,
like
you
like
take a
SWAT
sniff,
team.
he hasn't left this house in days.
I'm gonna look at Oscar like some SWAT team stuff, and I'm gonna like just stand to the side of the door and kind of nod at him.
I kind of like fluff myself up and just kind of like push against the door and like do that cat thing where I try to like, I'm just innocently pushing my way in.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm just gotta just work it.
Yeah.
Make a strength check.
Oh, I'm good at those.
Yeah, I imagine as a barbarian you are.
Well, I
If
rolled
his
it.
head can fit through it, the rest of his body can.
That's
Those are the
science. That's
rules.
cat science. Yeah, you're a liquid.
They go 2D in the walls. You got
Right.
cats in the wall.
I rolled a 2, so that's a 5.
He manages through sheer strength of will to push against you and then goes, I'm done talking to all of you, and closes the door.
Oh, snap! You get $400.
It's amazing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
I'm tempted
nice.
to donate 20 now.
Right.
So-
Lamp turns to Oscar and says, "You can get in there, can you not? With enough urging."
No, the door is closed.
Perhaps with a bit of force? Haven't you ever had to push a door open with your head?
Oh, yes.
So, let's push the door open with your head.
I'm gonna get the okay from everybody before I do that. I'm gonna look around like, yes, head door.
Head door.
Nod. Okay.
And I'll kick the door alongside to help, to assist.
While this discussion is going on, I'm going to be right back, but you will need a strength check to open the door, and I'll just be listening.
Okay.
So 'cause
Okay.
I've got a plus 5 to strength, so I can help I'm sure.
I feel like I'm
Let's
cheating now. There's no in between numbers because that was another 20. So this will be very interesting.
Oh, jeez. So you
We're-
not 20 to your strength check?
Yeah, we're gonna use a different die.
Well, just in case. I got a 15. That might add a +2 to that.
So if this is strength, it's a 23. If it's like athletics or something, I
I
get
think
a
we just
25.
chased Zan off to go cry because I think we just cut to the end of the game or something.
I just have double time.
I was gonna ask her to run us a cat campaign.
Cats still mess around, man.
Zan allowed Whisper to come back. Zan knew what she was doing.
Does everyone in the chat think we should kick down the door too?
Yeah, by the way, if you'd known what Whisper had done in the last 2 games. Yes. But okay. So the total on that was 24? Or
Was it a strength check or an athletics check?
athletics will do.
Okay, so with the natural 20, a total of 25.
25. Okay,
And
so
I rolled a 15 to help.
well, your help does certainly help because as the lock breaks on the door, the reason it was only open an inch was because there was furniture barricaded behind it. But that all manages to scoot back the 1.5 feet you need
To
to
fit your
get
head.
through the door.
Okay,
And as the liquid we are, we probably just flow into the house, right?
Yep. And in this house, you see quite a lot of glassware. There's an alchemy kit. There's something bubbling in the corner. There's several bookshelves full of books. This is clearly a wizard's home. And that wizard is now standing behind a desk with a magic wand pointed at you all, going, "What are you doing in my house? I told you to leave."
He's just been in
Is he-
here
wait.
hoarding crap like
Is
spell
he-
components. Oh no.
Is he waggling the wand?
Yes,
I pounce.
he is.
I pounce.
Oh no!
Not him. The wand.
The wand.
Oscar, why did you kick down that
Okay.
door?
We're going to each roll initiative on this.
Oh.
You can get the wand
Here we
first.
go.
Oh, that's great. Nat,
No,
Oh,
that's
just-
dope.
great.
It's dope.
I mean, we can all roll initiative, but this is really just to see if Lamp gets the wand.
21.
Ooh.
Rolled a 7, so you get the wand, and the wizard is effectively
Wow.
disarmed.
And I'm you know how they like run and skitter it across the floor? Totally
Uh-huh.
what I just did.
A stretch.
You said the wizard is behind the desk, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna jump up onto the desk. Whatever items scatter, I'm not here for it. And then I'm gonna do that thing where I'm gonna like maintain eye contact, but do the whole like weird curvy thing, where like I just kind of turn into like a weird noodle, but eye contact is totally maintained. I'm gonna meow really, really loud and cast friends.
Oh, yes, please do. Do I have to make a wisdom save or something to this?
Not with
No.
friends. It just works for a minute.
Oh, it
And then
I
just
you
works.
know
just
you
have
did it.
advantage on charisma checks.
Okay, so he is weirdly charmed
I get
by
that a
your
lot.
maneuver. Who's
Whisper
disturbed,
is a
but
cat. It's
also
not
charmed.
weird.
But he goes, excuse me, you're on my desk. I had some important papers, which I will have to pick up later.
Why is everything with you so important?
Well, because I'm the most important person in town, arguably.
The
Not
wand,
anymore.
by the way, the wand just kind of flies between you two and bounces off the desk, and I just I'm run across the desk in between you.
Please-
after it.
Please be careful with that. It
Lamp will be
was
fine.
very expensive.
I hiss.
And he probably shouldn't have said that because now you just want to bat it around even more.
Yep.
Yeah, right?
Mhm. Now it's just going to be destroyed. I'm going to continue noodling in weird ways and kind of slunk off of the desk into the wizard's lap. Weirdly, and then still looking up, start crawling up his chest and be like, why are you so scared?
Make a persuasion roll.
Can I assist somehow by being big, poofy, and threatening?
Yes, I think you can assist.
Okay.
I got a 21.
Yeah, I think if I assist you, you can just roll twice.
I already have advantage, so
Yeah, Whispercast friends. So
All right.
there's
Yeah.
that. All right, 21. He goes, well, I have been studying the strange phenomena in this area, and my research is important.
Insight. That one. Plus my 3 is 4.
He appears to be telling the truth.
I believe this man.
did Gold Eyes Sharptooth draw you here, or did you draw it here?
Yeah, if you're the most important guy.
Yeah.
you have a
I'm
big
still on
target
catnip,
on
and that
you.
just blew my mind.
I'm on catnip constantly.
I just look
Well-
up, and the wand is in my mouth. I'm just like,
I have been studying the effects of the Feywild and many oddities in this forest, some of the floral and fauna, if you will. Perhaps I believe that it is the absence of the town's guardian spirit that has allowed it to attack us.
okay, that tracks.
Yes.
I believe it's
Where did
always been there. I'm not sure exactly why it has pinpointed me as one of its foes, but as I said, I'm one of the most important people in town, so I really shouldn't be that surprised.
Oscar's pretty important to you know.
Oh yeah,
Just watch
that's
it.
me.
And Dan's got ideas, but Lamp would not.
I'm just kind of feet paws together, standing up, very stoically behind Whisper, just big poofy cat,
Mm-hmm.
it is true, very important.
Well, I think we could do with important people in this town, especially if you are good at getting rid of troublesome creatures. I am not the most robust of individuals.
True. Maybe Oscar become guardian spirit.
Ooh.
Well, if you would like to live here for the rest of your life, I certainly wouldn't mind.
Oh,
You could live in an important house behind an important door and be with important wizard and be important cat.
Would important wizards want to bring monsters?
Oh no, it's certainly causing a lot of trouble to me. Make an insight check.
19.
Yes.
Finally.
Yeah.
He's not being entirely truthful.
Ooh.
But
He's
perhaps
he's-
there is more to it?
I'm afraid I don't know what you're talking about.
I'll do a persuade, but I've got a -2 on that. Did you... There's more to your story? That's a 2.
Ooh.
Well, there's always more to any story. I don't think there's
Whoa.
anything that pertains to this situation, though.
Her mind's blown again.
I don't believe you. I think you have more story. I want to hear it. Please.
Make a persuasion roll.
22.
22. Well, I'm not interested in bringing this black beast here. I am interested in perhaps replicating the guardian spirit situation. However, without the stone, there's really no way for me to even study it, let alone figure out what ritual caused it in the first place.
Sounds fair.
I want to see this stone, and I want to give it things so I can get things in return.
Yes.
Yes.
We need to find a stone and give it birds. We all know this.
Yeah, it's very curious. It doesn't grant big wishes, but it grants small ones. It's
See, that's what I'm after. I don't
Interesting.
want one big wish. I want a bunch of small little favors. I don't need anything big. I'm just looking not to do the day-to-day stuff.
and it doesn't happen every single time. It seems fairly random in
Have you given
which
it
wishes
birds?
it grants.
Birds are the
No.
ultimate gift. If you want it to work every time, you have to give it birds. Am I correct?
I have not
From my
attempted to
experience.
give it birds yet.
Oscar, what do you think?
I think that Oscar's now guardian spirit, and you can just draw me, and that will be fine.
But as the stone is gone, the point is really moot until we retrieve it. I believe that beast is what wrecked the altar and took the stone.
Okay, take us to Beast. We will destroy it and get stone.
I am not going anywhere near that beast. You are all adventurers. You
Hey.
can go and
You're super important, right? And
I am too important to risk.
I don't think it'd be much of a risk if we gave you this here wand back. Otherwise, we might just have to take it with us because we don't want to be at risk.
Nope, I am staying right here.
Well, your wand's
I cannot
not...
leave my studies. I have experiments waiting.
Oh, fine.
I put the wand in my bag.
Ooh, experiments? Experiments?
Do a sleight of hand check. I want to see if you.
But
Because right now he thinks the wand is underneath the table or
not
something.
my worst stat. I'll throw that out there. 10. Middle of the road. I think I should get
I
a
just
couple
rolled a
more
9, so you managed to get away with that.
Nice.
Nice. I now have a wand of.
Well, I have
Important.
experiments to run, so if you all could.
I guess we will have to find the monster ourselves instead of having help from this very important person.
Well, if you just wait till nightfall, you won't be able to miss it.
With the way I've been rolling, I might.
And with that, you leave.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go walk back outside.
I'm gonna like walk backwards and bump into a bunch of stuff on the way out, like maintaining concentration.
That's
And
important.
then I'm gonna blink real big and exaggerated to break the spell, and he's instantly gonna know that I used magic on him.
That's gonna work.
Oh yeah, you were getting a look as you all exit, especially Whisper. And as he closes the door, you hear him move the furniture back in place.
So I take the wand out of my bag and say, "Does anyone know what this does?"
It's a stick.
Does anyone want to make an Arcana check?
Just a heads up, guys. I have a -1 on that, so I have no idea what magic things are.
I will.
I hand it over to Whisper.
Everybody is so trusting of me. It's so weird.
For me, it's just like it's a piece of junk, right? I got my use out of it when I chased it around the room.
That makes sense. I got a 12.
12. Yeah, you know what this is. You don't know how many charges are in it, but this is a wand of magic missiles.
What is it?
It shoots hairballs really hard. It's fun. Don't eat it.
Well, I have no need for it. All I need is my weapon and my guts.
Okay, I'm going to say Houday and Patch. Do you want to make me a perception check?
11.
I have the eye patch, so 21.
All right. So, as you are exiting and wandering around the town a little bit, you notice a little girl by the altar doing her best to clean up all of the offerings and salvage the ones that she can and put them in their right place.
And the ones she's cleaning up, where is she putting them?
She's got a bag at her side where she's putting the unsalvageable things.
I lean over to Houday. Like, that could be on its side.
Meow.
So are you pushing over the bag?
I want to see what's inside it.
Just so you know,
Alright.
my cat was an instigator, so this is all in character.
All right. Roll a sleight of hand check.
Hey, another 11. Better than a 10.
Oh gosh, I might have to switch out dice. I've been rolling really low. Yeah, the girl doesn't notice at first, and she certainly doesn't notice that you did it, but she was turned towards the altar, putting things back, and all of a sudden she turns back and she goes, "Oh no, it's all scattered again. I spent so long cleaning that up too. Oh well. Time to get to work again."
While she leans over, I climb into the bag.
Oh, hello.
Sorry, just I don't know. Something came over me, and I get back out and dust myself off.
And then she looks up and she notices all of you and goes, "Oh, hi. I didn't know we had visitors today. I'm Florina."
I am Lamp. We are here to fight the red dot. I mean, big teeth, gold eyes.
Oh, good. Oh, good. So once the monster's gone, then Pookie will come back. I think Pookie's mad at us.
Who is Spooky?
That's what I call the guardian spirit. Grandma introduced me. I mean, it's not his real name, because we aren't allowed to say his real name to folks, so I just call him Pookie.
What does Pookie look like?
I'm not supposed to tell. I mean, it was a big secret between me and Grandma. Grandma was village elder before my mom, and I'm going to be village elder after her. So, but Grandma said that I would be the next one that Pookie communicates with, is what she said.
I go to like lick some fur on the side and I say, "These grandmas and grandpas love cats. Maybe we talk to her."
Yeah, that's good
Oh.
thinking.
Thing is, she's gone now.
When will she return?
She died. Well, she was village elder before my mom, and then when she died, my mom's village elder. But for some reason, Pookie wasn't going to communicate with mom, so Grandma said I was going to be the one that communicated with Pookie.
Do you communicate with Pookie now?
No, because I haven't seen him, and I think he's mad.
Why do you think he's mad?
Because the stone's gone. The stone should be here.
Fair. All checks out. I just start
like-
walking away.
Gonna order pizza. You guys got any requests?
So, are you all going to wait till nightfall?
I
Or
have a
do-
plan actually.
It involves talking to the little girl's mom.
Okay.
Maybe later.
So no.
Yeah. Short answer.
So, you meet with the Mayor Elwind, or are you meeting with their other mom?
Oh, differentiation. Nice. She said village elder.
Yep, that would be Elwind. The mayor that you met.
Oh, okay.
They also call her the village elder.
Okay.
Pulls double duty.
Hmm.
We kind of already freaked her out a little bit, and by we, I mean the illuminary known as Lamp.
I love Lamp. Follow Lamp wherever.
Stick with me, kid. You'll be going places.
I imagine Whisper with some talking to the girl. You find out where the city hall is. It's really just a larger tree where there's a small meeting space, and you manage to find both Rendell women there. There's Elwind, and when you come up to her, she introduces her wife as Seluna.
Hello. I immediately roll insight. 10.
10. Seluna seems to be a lovely lady. Kind of.
I bristle
plump.
less than.
Oh yeah, she's a lovely lady. She's already starting cooing over your fur. Like, oh, it's so lovely.
I told you, we found new grandma.
I am, as a Sphinx cat, insanely jealous that everyone keeps going for the fur cats. I'll hold it in check.
Well, I don't know. The wizard seemed pretty taken with you until he realized it was a spell.
All right. It'll come around.
Lamp likes Whisper because Whisper's not hiding anything. Visibly.
Whisper doesn't know how to hide things visibly or emotionally.
That is fair.
Okay.
Does anybody else want to do the talking? Or do we want to
Seems like a bad idea for Lamp to do the talking.
continue with me being the social one?
I'll let my knocking stuff off of other stuff do the talking for me.
That's fair. Okay.
You know, I need to introduce you to a subclass that a friend of mine was involved in making. It's a barbarian pact of the stray, where they get stronger for breaking stuff.
I love that.
I want to go to there. Okay.
Yeah, I am not a talker, but I will definitely stand next to them like I'm waiting for something to happen.
Excellent.
Lamp has
Moral
a charisma
support.
of 6. I just want to give you guys a heads up on that.
I am apparently the charismatic one. Got it.
Let's go with this.
Got it. Giant bat ears. Yep. Huge.
But
Yeah.
Sphinx cats are
perfect.
so cute. They're
I
so
love them so much.
large eyes, big ears.
I want it to be known I specifically did not cast a spell on the little girl because the little girls were nice. She was nice to me. You said her name was Saluna, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. While Oscar stands by, tall like a sentinel, and makes me feel safe, and Lamp suspiciously stares at everyone, and Hude continues knocking things off of every available surface.
Yeah, most of the bugs in here are wood, so they make nice noises
Yes.
as they fall to the
Oh,
ground,
man.
but nothing really gets broken.
Nice.
My ear twitches because I'm on guard, but that sound.
I will sit in front of Saluna. I don't know if she's standing or sitting at this point, but I will, regardless, look up at her. And you just say, Florina brought us here to you. And we have questions.
Questions. Oh, questions about what exactly?
Spirits?
Spirits or gold eyes? Both.
Both. Well, the gold-eyed beast didn't really appear until shortly after the stone was taken, and it didn't start off very violent, just watching and scaring a few people and some tools being broken. But now it's coming into town every night and trying to get into homes, and normally I would think this is something that our guardian spirit would take care of or keep out of the village, but I think with the stone gone, perhaps our link with the spirit is gone too. I never met the spirit.
Yes.
My mother.
Yes.
Yeah, my mother tried once, but it didn't appear when I went. But I do know where it appears, and I do know a bit of what my grandmother did to summon it. And
We established Oscar is now the spirit, so perhaps he can summon it.
Yes, I will need all of your dead birds.
oh no, no, not dead birds. You'll need a flask of wine. Just wait here. I'll get you one. And with that, she goes and she
Is it
digs
catnip
in
wine?
behind a counter and something, and she comes out with the small flask and she hands it to you and goes, "Okay. Outside of town, to the north, there are some crossroads and a large stone. You'll need to pour some of this out onto the stone and wait and see if it will appear. It usually appears at around sunset or sunrise. But Grandma always said that you could only make a bargain with it if you meet it at that place and give it some wine." And
Sounds
she
like
hands
my
over,
owner.
and she hands over a silver flask, and if you open it slightly, it has a very floral scent to it, but it is clearly some kind of wine.
Didn't somebody else pick up a flask from around the altar? Nope. Okay.
Someone did.
Okay.
I think it was Lamp.
Yeah, there was a dented flask.
Oh. I don't remember picking it up. I was just batting stuff around.
Okay. Okay.
Well, the monster appears at night. So I do not think we can do this sun set and also see monster.
How long of a journey is it to these crossroads?
It's a couple of miles, so you should be able to get there and back within an hour.
We could do it.
Let's do it.
I'll pull out the wand of fascination to get ready.
That'll lure everyone, yeah.
That's how we do overland travel.
Yeah. You just tie us all up to a cart and just...
Great.
Do you have a bell or perhaps 2 metal cups?
And she goes searching behind the counter, and she does come up with like 2 tiny tin cups. They're probably travel cups.
Excellent.
And then she goes over to Whisper and goes, "You're just about the size of my daughter. I have a knitted sweater, and she hates the color. But you look cold, dear. Would you like it?"
I don't say yes, but I don't recoil any further than I already have.
Well, she doesn't put the sweater on you, but she gives you the
Oh,
sweater
geez.
anyway, and you can do with it what you will.
Okay.
You now have knitted sweater in your inventory.
I just read in chat somebody give Whisper an adorable knitted sweater, and I was like, yeah.
Yeah. So then what does the sweater look like?
Okay, the sweater is a rather garish shade of pink.
Yes.
And it's got little stars on it.
It clashes tremendously with everything about Whisper. It's great.
Yep.
So it sounds like we're all just going to go to the crossroads then?
Yes.
Is that the
But
game plan? I think Oscar has something about cups.
I have a plan.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go back to the old dude's house, and I
Mm.
will pull out a ball of yarn from my bag,
Uh-huh.
begin to unravel it. You'll notice that the ball just doesn't end; it just appears to go and go and go. And I just kind of like make a loop at the door and make it go up and around a tree, and then I pull out my claw and cut it, and I tie 2 tin cups to it, so that if something were to like trip it, it I want it to basically cinch onto it, and then like those wedding cans people attach to cars, I just want it to pull along and clang and make a bunch of noise.
Okay, so you have an alarm system going.
So if it does
I
come back to this dude's house,
Yeah, I super thought you were gonna do the whole we can communicate with the wizard long distance through cans and string thing. I got really excited for this.
that's a way better idea, but I like the idea of chasing 2 loud metal cans.
Yeah, it's great. I love it.
So, yeah.
I mean, in Oscar's defense, you have 8 intelligence, right?
I mean, yeah, this is exactly what would happen.
Yeah, so I want to set up something, because if we're on our way back, we don't know when it's going to show up. And if it makes noise, maybe we can find it, maybe we can't.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you're heading out to the crossroads at sunset
Yep.
With wine.
with wine.
Also, the sun has moved behind me on the window, and it looks like my house is now on fire.
Oh, it does kind of. So, your travel is fairly easy. There are a few awakened plants that react to your presence, but they're easily avoided. You're cats.
Mhm.
Like you could just slip through foliage like no
Yeah.
one's business. And as you approach the crossroads, the sun is setting, and it looks like the forest is almost set on fire for a moment. There's a stone, a large stone, just right where the crossroads meet. There doesn't seem to be anything around. The dense forest seems to have been pushed back at this point.
Well,
Yeah, I'm going to slink around, sniff the stone, see if I can find that floral scent again, if people have done this in the past.
Give me a perception check.
and Lamp takes out her weapon, keeps it pretty light. She's not like tense, but she's at the ready.
Total of 19.
19. You do get a bare hint of floral scent. It doesn't appear as if anyone has come here for quite a while, but as you sniff further, you catch something else. And it's hard to pinpoint. What is your character's experience with fey creatures?
Probably little to none.
Okay. So
I'm like
It's
icy
almost
tundra
like-
cat.
it's almost like a static shock to your nose, but it's not painful. It just smells a bit of magic and green. And I don't know, you think you smell rabbit, you think you smell horse, you think you smell bear.
Can I?
But
So
Man, bear, horse.
the
Mhm.
smell of magic. Can I like connect the dot? Like, does Whisper smell like magic sometimes?
oh yes, Whisper smells like this all the time.
Okay.
So
So
much
I-
so I've gotten used to it.
I motion Whisper to come over, and it smells like you.
Whisper has put on the sweater. And does one of those. It does.
And
I don't know what this rock is.
I do share that it smells like what the bear, horse, and everything. And so I'll keep a lookout around, but I don't know what to do about the magic. I have no idea.
Lamp gets a
Yeah.
little tenser.
Whisper, make a Arcana or Nature check.
Definitely Arcana.
I've got a -1 to both.
I am cursed. 9.
9. It doesn't. It smells familiar, but in a way that all the Feywild to you smells familiar. You can't pinpoint out something unique about this that you've encountered before.
Fair.
Well, perhaps we should. Is it getting to be sunset?
Yep. And
Perhaps we should pour one out for our homies.
Yeah.
We'll see you at the crossroads.
So whoever's got the flask, I'll leave him to it. But is there some type of post, a high area that a cat could climb up to, or on top of the rock?
There is a sign, but it's kind of across from where the rock is.
Oh. Nah, I'm just gonna keep walking around, keep an eye out while this thing happens.
Mm-hmm.
I thought she gave you the flask, because you were going to be the spirit person.
Oh yeah, I guess I can do it.
I
know.
Class.
I know. How
You were all about it just a second ago.
You're right.
And then it was time to pour it.
Oh, it's like, oh, I've already forgotten about that and moved on.
Cat. He's a cat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I go back to that place that smells weird, and I uncork the flask and just kind of push it over.
Fair.
Okay.
Is
So
Hude
you
jealous that he didn't get to do it?
Push it over onto the rock, and as the liquid drips down and the sunset shines upon it, you all see black smoke, or something like smoke, appear around the rock and condense into a form that seems to have huge gold eyes staring down at you. And as it becomes more solid, it looks like it has an owl head, but huge claws now grip the rock on either side, and it looks at you, cockeyed to the side, and seems to be studying you.
I rolled a 14 on
And
nature to understand if I know what that is.
No one knows what a cosmic owlbear is.
14. 14.
Just not the true nature of it, just what it looks like.
It looks like an owlbear-ish. It looks larger, though. And
It is an owlbear. It
With
is
the
part bird. Imagine if you provided that to the stone.
Who?
Oh, snap. It's on now.
oh yeah. Oh no.
Here we go.
Okay.
So here we go.
I'm going to run up on that. I want to be up high on that post he was pouring the thing off of up there with him now.
Okay. And it's like this creature reaches out a paw and it says something. Do any of you understand Elvish or Sylvan?
No.
Oh, sweet.
Speak infernal.
And
Speak Sylvan.
Yes.
yes. Okay. So you understand. And the creature says, "You bring gift, yes? You bring gifts."
Mm,
We weren't warned about any gifts, were we?
give him that. Give him that wand. Yeah, we have gift.
Yeah, give him the wand of magic missiles. Yes.
Ooh.
Very expensive.
It gingerly takes it in 2 paws and
It's from the
studies
most.
it.
It's the most. It's from the most. It's the most prized possession from the most
Most
important man
important
in
person.
town.
Yes.
and
here's a dead
it
bird.
sniffs it and goes, magic. Yes, magic is
Yes.
good. And
Yes.
you see the beak break it in half, and then it is consumed.
Okay, you do whatever. It's yours now. Do whatever.
Snap, you just ate that wand like a pixie stick.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Sucking out that magic juice.
It is eating its magic marrow.
Does anything change, or do we just see it consume it? The form doesn't change?
The form doesn't change. It becomes a little less substantial for a moment, but then it seems to solidify again. And it goes, you seek information, or do you seek...
Lamp just looks at Whisper and says, "You got this."
Whisper is behind Oscar.
Is Houday still the only one that can understand it?
Yeah.
Who
Patch
didn't
can
catch it?
too.
Good in patch.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess
I'll
I don't
be
know what
like-
it said.
Oh, so it's saying it likes it.
Oh wait. Pick that up
Oh,
from context.
oh yeah. Okay, so we gave you that because we would like to. There's this magic rock that gives wishes.
Yes,
Deal.
yes. The packed rock.
Yeah.
Packed rock.
Yeah.
Packed stone. Packed stone is gone. Packed is broken.
Oh, well, never mind then.
What are you
Guess
what
we're
are
out
you
of
guys
luck.
saying? What's going on?
Do you know where the packed stone is?
It's trying to
Yes.
make a deal with us, I think.
Yes, I know where the stone is.
Oh, we found out where the stone is. Where's it?
Okay.
We know where the stone is?
Apparently the owl bear does.
But that's
Momentarily.
not us.
Sorry. And I'll say in Elvish since they can't understand me. Sorry. They're all idiots. But could you tell me where this stone's at so we can...
The one that smells of magic.
Mm-hmm. You can eat it if you want
That
to.
one has it.
Who?
The magic one. The magic one has the stone.
This magic one said that they wouldn't come out with us because they just couldn't do it, even though they're so badass and important. And now you're telling me it was them the whole time. Albert, do you want to come with me? And I'll have he's hoarding a whole house filled with just magic crap for you. Just nom 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 nom. You can just go to town. It's like a buffet in there.
Oh, yes. I plan to go tonight.
Okay, well, we'll chill here with you till tonight then. And then I'll look at the other cats and be like, he's agreed to help us as long as we take a nap here with him and cuddle.
But the pact is broken. After I retrieve the stone, I will leave if there is no pact.
Fair.
What is it saying now?
It's saying that the stone's broke. No good.
How did it break?
Something about paperwork, pact, contract or something. I don't know.
So, I mean, a pact and a contract are like the same thing, right?
I'm gonna try to whisper to Houday because I don't know what the owlbear is saying, but I am physically incapable of whispering. So I just basically scream, like, "Ask it about the grandma who's dead."
Did dead grandma break the pact?
No, no. That was the pact bearer.
Oh, so
Forged the pact, she did.
Oh, but her dying, if she started the pact and then she's not around anymore, her not being around anymore, is that what broke the pact?
No. The pact would have continued if the stone had stayed. Stone was stolen. Pact is broken.
And he's
Not
the one who
meant to
stole the stone.
Not meant to belong to one person.
You know what? I bet he's just been there, just asking that stone for that crap he's filling his house up with. This isn't abuse of resources, and I won't stand for it. Owlbear, Magic Space Owlbear, help me make this right.
Yes, yes.
So the old man is using the stone for the same reasons you want to use the stone.
Yeah.
Exactly. He's guilty. He's horrible. Who would do that? I mean, who does that? Besides me.
So we retrieve the stone, put it back in the pedestal, and the owlbear leaves.
If the stone is replaced, there needs to be a new pact maker.
What did she say?
There needs to be. We gotta get the little girl to do her job.
All right, I think we can do that. She looks like she wants to, yes?
Mm-hmm.
She's so nice.
And I'll tell the Owlbear, yeah, we got a new pact keeper.
Yes, yes.
All right.
Does the owl know this Pookie?
Pookie.
She calls me Pookie.
Ah. So then you already know. We're good here. So we take a nap and then we'll go back to the old guy's house and ransack it.
Yes, yes.
We already stole his wand. It was delicious. I'm glad we stole his wand now. I wish I would have knocked over more crap in his house, honestly. Let's do this. Let's take a nap.
All right.
Nap.
Sounds very like what I would do. Yeah.
And with that, the huge bear owl creature dissipates into mist for a short while. And are you all waiting here or going back to town?
I guess we'll wait here for the owlbear.
I'm gonna probably assume we should go back to town.
Yeah,
It does
probably
seem
should
like it can just appear.
I probably should have got the schedule down with the owlbear first. Feywild is crazy with timing. I know how that can be.
Should have gotten an iCal.
Yeah. All right. Oh, I got an alert. Go kill this old man. Yeah, I guess we'll go back, and I'll just be thinking owlbear thoughts the whole time, like a beacon.
Nice.
All right. So you all head back to town. The sunset does not last long. And are you waiting in front of the house or?
Well, wherever's more comfortable to sleep. I mean, we don't have to go into a building to sleep, but it's got to be like maybe under a bush or on top of a roof or behind a barrel, something like that.
Kitty cuddle puddle.
Yeah.
There are
Own shelter.
plenty of places. There are a lot of trees and
Oh, look at that
So we
nap nook.
we curl up
So-
like the babies over in the corner over there,
oh yes.
who are actually now looks like they're about to start fighting.
I want to keep my face poked out though, so I can see if anything steps in my string trap thing, or is it even
Alright.
still there? I don't know. Maybe the old dude
Well-
left.
It's still there. Yeah, he's not opening the door, it seems.
Oscar, if you would, or should we wait for the owlbear?
Perhaps we should wait for the owlbear.
Or the same thing as last time. I'll stand like to the side of the door, and Oscar, you just get as fluffy as you can. You get all fluffed up.
Yeah.
Like, I will say that I'll need perception checks.
Fair enough. It's a 7.
6.
Dirty 20.
Nice.
I'm sorry, what were we rolling again?
Perception.
Oh, Oh, crap. That's a 10.
Okay, so most of you are taken completely by surprise, but the one with the dirty 20, yes. You notice an owl bear form lumbering through the village that suddenly changes into a horse and just rams into the door. And the string catches around its neck, and the rest of you hear when the cans start clanging together.
Oh wait,
Lamp jumps 3 feet in the air.
yeah, I bristle and hiss for the donation.
And you see this extremely large horse creature crash through the door. It is completely open now, and you hear a girlish scream come from inside.
Lamp pulls out her blade and runs through the door.
When you say girlish scream come from inside, do you mean from deep inside me or from inside the house?
Inside the house.
Yes.
I kind of mutter to myself. I Oscar loosened door.
You know what? You guys breaking the lock on that door actually did quite a lot.
Right?
Congratulations.
Alright, so Lamp's inside.
So yeah, I'm not stealthy at all. Like just straight beeline in, all poofed up.
Okay. And you see everything pretty much the same as it was before, except all of the alchemy equipment is now broken, and there is a giant owlbear-like creature clawing at the floor in one corner.
Oh, he's already here.
You don't see any sign of the mage, however.
When you say owlbear-like creature, do you mean like ethereal space owlbear creature, like something we just met before? Okay, cool.
Yep, exactly. And
all right, well, I'll back up. Maybe
it's like, and one of you saw it change from an owlbear to a horse, and now evidently back to an owlbear again.
So,
Do not see old man, but I heard small girl.
There's no law against that. You can be horses, you can be owlbears.
yeah.
Make those of you in front, make a perception check.
7.
The natural 1, so 2.
Same,
25.
but 3. My natural.
Okay, Patch, you notice where the owlbear is scratching, there seems to be a trapdoor. And it's having a difficult time getting open.
Well, I go open it.
System.
Yeah, go ahead and assist. It notices you, recognizes you, and kind of backs off a bit. Make a strength check to open.
Let's cock.
He's not lying.
All right. That is a 10.
10. That's just enough. The owlbear had damaged some of it, so it breaks when you open it, like breaks in half. But you managed to get enough of it out of the way.
I do a head check. I can fit.
There is enough room for all of you to fit, and there is a there's a ladder going down.
Well,
I see this ladder, and I can use it, right?
I do this weird booty wiggle as I see the ladder.
I'm just trying to imagine
perhaps
cats going down ladders now.
I know, doesn't that just sound really like that? Yeah, because it's like a pensive booty wiggle. Like, how am I gonna do this ladder? Because I'm gonna go forward at the ladder, but then I gotta go butt down.
That's how they get stuck in trees. I have some strong armor. Perhaps I should lead in case there is something dangerous on the way.
So mid-sentence,
Ramp the champ.
My
I've
head is in
bounced past
there
him.
right now. Just saying.
I'm gonna follow my good old bonds and ideals. I'm just gonna attempt to charge straight through and like claw the ladder and like fireman pull down it.
I'd say make a dexterity check of some sort.
Yeah.
Well, that's another natural one. So so if that's acrobatics or something, that's a 5.
Oh, geez. Yeah, you slide down, but much too fast. And I'm gonna say you hit the ground rather hard. You weren't able to see it from your vantage point, and you take 3 points of damage.
Gotcha.
Lamp also goes in, but she's not as kind of just freewheeling with it, but she does also like jump right on in and slide on down the ladder.
I'm also going to say, Oscar, make a dexterity saving throw.
Hang on a second. Is this against something I can see?
Gravity.
I think it's on Lamp coming down the ladder behind him.
Technically, I don't think you can see this one.
Okay. Because
Because it's a wave of thunderous force.
Okay.
Oh.
I get danger sense if I can see it. But dexterity save. 13 total.
And you fail. So let's just get 10 points of 10 points of thunder damage as the mage casts Thunder Wave on the first thing that descends the ladder.
So you see the cat go into the trapdoor, down it, and it hits the bottom, and then a thunderous explosion.
Yep.
Oscar hit the ground hard, you guys.
Yeah.
But I am right behind.
Do I see the old man?
Yes, you do.
All right. I would like to dig my face into my bag, into my secret special pouch of catnip, and
You're holding out on us.
I would like to rage.
Oh, nice. Yeah, it's like the wizard seems to be very surprised that you were the one that came down the ladder, but now he has a raging cat in front of him and is feeling very threatened and looks ready to attack.
Lit.
So yeah, I'm
Yes,
gonna.
the PCP catnip cat.
Yeah. Florida cat.
Yep.
It's like red and green and white, and I just like dig my face into it. Some of it flies everywhere, and then I immediately beeline for him, hoping to give the people behind me a chance to get ready.
Damn,
Okay.
I knew Oscar
So-
was the man, but I didn't know his cat.
Yeah.
We're gonna deal with that later. Who are the next people coming down the ladder?
I am already on my way down.
Okay. So Lamp, are you trying to do anything fancy like the slide down?
I'm going
or-
to slide down,
Okay, make a dexterity check for me.
but I do have a +5 to acrobatics, so
Nice.
that's a 14.
14. You manage to land on your feet, and you see Oscar charging the mage.
There's a little bit of like drool coming out too.
Yeah, Oscar looks pissed.
Well, as per my protecting my pack, I am going into.
All right. Just so I know who's going down next.
I'm decidedly going down left.
Okay.
You and I are gonna fight over who goes down last. I'm not excited about danger.
All right. So
As I
Patch.
go down and I see my buddies rushing in, I will use my bonus action to use my druid circle, and let's see how much temporary HP you all get when you get the endurance of a bear out of nowhere.
Nice.
I had it up, but I keep switching between all my stuff because I have it written down in D&D Beyond.
Jesus.
Someone sing a cat song while we're waiting.
What kind of cat song?
Do you mean like a cat song that like would play on the radio, or a song you would sing to a cat? Because those are very different.
Your choice. Lady's choice.
Oh gosh, I used to have a tape of cat songs, like parody songs.
That's amazing.
No, this was
Wait.
when I was a kid. As I said, it was on tape, not on DVD, not on
know.
TV.
That's
Yeah.
still amazing. That's awesome.
Didn't Run the Jewels do an entire album where they just said meow all the time, like Meow the Jewels? Right? Yeah. Hude, how are we gonna decide who goes last?
Well, I just won't go down until you do.
All right, so you all get
a test of wills
both
with
of
a
you
cat?
get 9 temporary HP. Sorry about the timing.
Wow. 9 temp. Okay.
And then I'm just like, whisper after you. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to start. Let's roll initiative for the 3 that are down in the basement,
Okay.
and Fiddle Faddle.
Now it's going to be a contest of who's most apathetic, not just who's most cowardly.
So, by the way, as you all are fighting about this, the owl bear shoves you both in.
Oh,
That makes sense.
this
Actually,
is my plan anyway. I try and fall in those 3 cats that are down there for a kitty pal.
So
I've
it's
seen
like
cats do this
you won't
maneuver
be
before.
involved in the first attack, but you'll be there for the next one.
I'm trying to land on Oscar. I see Oscar all fluffed up and raging down there, and yeah, I'm just trying to fall towards Oscar,
Okay.
trying to land on Oscar.
13 initiative for Lamp.
Okay.
Let's
I
get
got a
all
7.
fluffed up.
So 7 for
Oscar.
Oscar.
Patch got 9.
Okay. So, looks like the mage is going first.
Oh. I don't like
Ooh.
that.
ooh,
Yeah.
very hot.
Finally rolled something.
Oh yeah, crap!
Of course you do now.
I missed a little flavor something. I forgot that I get stuff for raging.
Oh.
Oh, that's always good.
Yeah.
So I took Ancestral Protectors. So when I rage, you see little ghostly cats running around.
Oh,
and-
so you guys even look like there are more of you.
That's terrifying.
The
Yeah.
ghostly cats will annoy the wizard, especially if the wizard does not come for me.
Oh,
So-
so it's kind of like marking.
Ah,
Got it.
I think marking has a drastically different meaning when we're all cats.
Right.
Yeah.
So the thing is, yeah, this will probably involve everyone because Whisper and Hude were knocked in, so you guys are on the ground now, whether or not you landed well or not. Well, both of you make a dexterity saving throw for that.
Yeah, how large is this basement?
13.
Okay. It's about the same size as the living room, so it's about 30 feet across. It's not terribly large.
Oh, okay. Well, then all three of us got that 9 HP, and there's something else about this aura.
Oh.
Okay. But for
Strange
his turn,
activity.
all of you will be caught in burning hands because it's a 15-foot cone, and you're all
Yes.
right there.
I love it.
Nice though.
Burnt cat fur.
Oh god, it's gonna
Mm.
stink.
Yeah,
I
see?
don't have
I don't have that
prestidigitation
problem.
either. This is horrible.
Oh, my sweater.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Oh.
Oh no, it's gonna reek.
Well, I'm thinking Echo, you were near the back of the group, so it might not be as bad as you think.
Yes.
But all of you will have to make another dexterity saving throw.
I can see this one.
Oh, sweet.
That's a 15 for Lamp.
Okay, you save.
16.
23.
I got a 12.
Okay, so it looks like 12 is the only one that did not make that save.
So Oscar basically
you make
blocked
your
the
save?
fire
Yeah,
for the
I
rest
got
of us.
I got a 21.
All right, so yeah, only one of you will take the full points of damage for this, but that's 13 points of damage. The rest of you will take half that.
Thanks, temporary hit points.
They're the best kind of hit points. I love them.
Right.
Like, hit me in the face. Good. I got like hit in the face juice right now. I'll take it.
And he's just pointing at all of you, going, you've teamed up with that monster. I will have your heads for this.
You're the monster.
It is the spirit. That is the spirit.
Give me that rock.
And with that, he just looks furious and goes, never. It is going to be the culmination of my life's work. Do you realize how much power that is being wasted on tiny things?
Do you know how much power is about to be wasted in front of us?
And I kind of roll my head around and motion towards other cats and be like, hey, there's nothing wrong with tiny little things, all right? Tiny little things. You need to learn to appreciate the small, the little things in life, all right? Not everything has to, oh, I'm going to go be a lich. Can't just get, like, free eats from this magic rock. I'll take it. Give me that rock. I want free food.
Okay, he looks rather confused at this argument. But Lamp, you're going to be next.
All
My
right.
logic is flawless.
Well, I get all up on him, and I will attack with my double-bladed scimitar.
Yep.
That is a 22 to hit.
That hits.
And then that's 5 plus 3, 8 slashing damage.
Okay.
So that begs the question: How is a cat holding?
Magic. I had somebody
Yeah.
come up with another game that they had special handles that fit over their paws.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah, I posted a picture. You can hold it.
Yeah. Cartoon. Cat
Yeah,
telekinesis.
and your awakened cats, I already said that you're larger than normal, so your paws.
Thumbs is part of the deal.
Exactly.
Yeah, maybe you do get extra toes as part of the deal. After
That's
all,
terrifying, actually. So I don't wanna think about that. It'd take over the world, dude.
okay. And is that your turn?
Yes.
Patch, you're up next.
All right. And it's just this wizard, right?
Yep.
Mage.
Just the wizard.
Excuse me. Wizard, mage,
You don't
spellcasting guy.
I use mage for all spellcasters, and then
Nice.
specifics.
He's a human? Is he humanoid?
He's a gnome.
Oh, he's a gnome. Man, I thought I liked gnomes.
Well, not this one, apparently.
Mm-mm. Are you guys are either of you within 10 feet of him?
I am right next to him.
Well,
I do have an armor class of 18. And I've got lots of hit points.
What's that like?
It's working out pretty well so far.
Yeah, I've been hit once, and I'm like, I think I'm gonna hang out in the back for the rest of the encounter.
You're right.
Don't want to get up front anymore.
I am going to. He sees me, and I look like I'm like really into it, about to do something, but then I just flop over on my side and cast Charm Person or Hold Person.
Hold person. Nice.
Yeah.
And I have to make a save for that, correct?
Yep. He's got to give me a Wisdom save.
Oh, and he rolled really well.
Aw.
So 21.
Oh yeah, he'll make that for sure.
You got those big eyes, but it
He was-
wasn't enough.
He was prepared. He's like, "You're not going to trick me with that again."
I'll try though.
He's on to your feline wiles.
I
it's
ruined
like
it for all of us.
You know when the flop and showing the belly is really a trap for them to attack? He's like,
Right.
"No, I know your game."
Exactly.
Okay, so Patch, is that your turn?
Yep.
Oscar, you're up next.
What kind of footwear does this guy have? Is it like shoes, like sandals?
House slippers. He hasn't really left the house in days, so he hasn't really thought about putting on heavy footwear.
I would like to charge him and attempt to bite his feet.
All right, go ahead and make an attack roll.
Wow, I'm really good. That's another natural one. I'm very sad.
Ooh, that would be time to switch
No
out the
bueno.
dice. So you make an attempt to bite the feet, but you really just kind of go between the legs and come out the other side somehow, and still didn't manage to bite anything.
Okay,
You
so
just bit it, that's all.
I have to actually hit him with an attack for me to do my thing. So that's all my turn.
Okay, so now Hude and Whisper get to roll initiative because you get to be in this next attack order.
I hope it's still wants you to go first. 13.
Whisper rolled a 21.
Oh, damn.
Nice.
Wow, okay.
Oops.
Well, okay, thing is, Hude, you rolled the same number as Lamp. I assume you want to go after Lamp.
Yeah.
Okay, so next turn, Whisper, you're up first as you see this cloud of black fog descend the ladder into the basement, but it looks like it's still solidifying, so it doesn't have a chance to attack this round. But you're up first.
Excellent. I'm still back in the back next to Hude. And like I am visibly like shaking, and then I start kind of and I hack up 3 of these like tiny little fluff balls that just kind of like right before they hit the ground, they just kind of take off towards the wizard, and I cast Magic Missile.
Yes.
The most disgusting thing I have ever done in my life. I love it so much.
Would you like to add anything to that as you
Oh God.
as we discuss this?
Yep. 5. So it's only 7 damage, and then
Although granted, you might not want to use it since
Oh, 100%. It doesn't matter if I want it
Okay.
or not.
All right.
So tight. And then like my mouth kind of gets like I try to shut my mouth, but my mouth has kind of gotten bigger, and it weirdly won't shut. And I'm like, guys, and I just yell. It's like super loud. Basically for the entire time we're gonna like just for a while. I physically can't do anything but shout. So I have to shout everything at all times. So not sorry in advance. We're doing this.
Sorry, no, sorry, got it.
Because
Yep.
we discussed wild magic sorcerers and the fact that rolling a d20 for wild magic is just takes the fun out of it.
Yep.
So Whisper gets 3 wild magic points that they can use whenever they want.
Nice. I like it.
Whenever I am compelled.
Yep.
Okay.
Alright. And did you roll attacks and damage for the magic missiles?
Magic missile hits automatically, so wizard takes 7 damage total.
7. Good.
Was not great.
Good, good.
But good. Alright, is that your turn?
Yes.
Wizard is next. And these cats are surrounding and doing damage and really, really too small to do a fireball spell.
Oh god.
Oh my.
Yeah, it's like if this had happened outside.
Oh, so they give him a fireball spell to put him in a tiny room.
You know, the way this happened, this could have happened different ways.
Oh, I see.
That's what he gets.
Yeah, this is really our fault.
It
It might be a good thing
you know?
because he won't do it, right?
I
Or
was like,
he'll
this is a
murder
good
everyone,
thing, right?
including murder-suicide pact.
You know, it's a really great time to do another Thunderwave spell because surrounded in the basement and all of that. So everyone within a 15-foot cube, I believe that would probably be everyone because he's in the center of the room and it's about 30 feet across. So I'm going to cast it at a higher level to get some extra damage in because the first time evidently wasn't enough. So everyone make a dexterity saving throw.
Shoot is low.
It's gonna be a fail, I bet you.
That's a natural 1 plus 3 for 4.
10.
11.
I got a 19.
You are fired, D20.
Everyone below 15 takes 17 points of thunder damage.
Oh, is that all?
I might use.
boy.
Well,
Oh.
well, I might just use a spell slot. That's just how it's.
That
gonna
plus
be.
my 3 temporary hit points keeps me just barely above half health.
I don't look very good.
Yeah.
I am a crappy little warlock.
We take half damage, right? If we
Yeah,
succeed.
everyone above 15 takes half damage.
Yeah, I think it's rounded down, so I think it's 8.
8 damage, yeah.
Yep.
Ooh, Whisper looking pretty rough.
Yeah,
Whisper
I
starts
feel
climbing
you,
back
Whisper.
up the ladder.
You see why we didn't want to come down here now?
All right, but that will be his turn, and I believe the people near him failed, so are pushed 10 feet away.
Yeah.
Except me, because I saved.
Right, except for you.
I'm attached to his foot.
So next is Lamp.
Well, I get back up in his grill.
Go for it.
And I double sword him in the face. That's a 17 to hit.
That hits.
And I forgot I had a feat that lets me reroll 1s or 2s on my attack, so I could have had higher last time. Oh, but I have to take the second, it says. Okay. So that is... Oops. I missed it. Where'd you go? Action. 7.
Okay.
7 slashing. And I can do. I've never actually played a fighter before. I can do that whole second wind thing to heal myself, right?
I knew I liked
Yes.
you.
Okay. So I'm going to do the thing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a 1d10 plus 4. Rolled a 1 on the die, so 5 hit points back to Lamp. Totally worth it.
It missed one.
All right,
Okay,
I'm
is
done.
that your turn?
Yep.
All right. Next is Hude.
Armor of Agathis. A protective magical force surrounds me, manifesting as a spectral frost that covers me and my gear, my hoodie. I gain 10 temporary hit points, and if anything melee attacks me, they take 5 cold damage. 5? No, 10
Nice.
cold damage. 10 cold damage, because highest level, Warlock! 10 hit, and
Very
then I get the
nice.
hell back behind everybody else.
It's like, so Patch is next.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Said-
I zoned on you. Yeah, so I use a bonus action to summon a healing spirit, and it looks like it's a giant arm with like just these little like ball things dangling, and every time you walk under it and hit them, no action required. You get 1d6 HP back, and it can do that 7 times before it goes away. And then I walk into
Nice.
it once to regain 1 HP, and
Nailed
then
it.
I will cast Primal Savagery against this wizard because I walked up to him and try and kill him. And that's going to be a 16 to hit.
That hits.
Ooh.
All right. Let's kill this wizard. That is 4 acid damage.
Okay. Oof. Smoking a little bit there.
Yeah.
And is that your turn?
Mm-hmm. And I stepped out of the healing spirit so that someone else can step through it.
Very nice. Oscar, you're next.
It's like a bonus action to drink a potion, right?
Yes.
Due to the preeminent laughter, I would like to drink my uncommon magic item.
Mm-hmm.
It is a potion of growth.
Oh no. Oh no.
So for 1d4 hours.
Oh,
So- So for 3 hours, I am now a medium-sized creature.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yep.
I was a cat that weighed 16 pounds, so now I'm like 140 pounds. I'm
It's
like
getting
a
pretty crypt in this room.
I'm like a normal-sized person.
You just
Yeah.
got so fluffy. You
Oh my god.
Now, Oscar.
I think I get like an extra D4 on damage as well.
Yes, you do.
But now I will bite his other feet, which are his hands.
Lamp is amazed and impressed.
Oh yeah, go for it.
That is a 14 to hit.
That does not hit, because unfortunately he cast mage armor because he was already suspicious of you.
Dang. Well, now I'm a bigger cat.
Uh-huh.
So that is the rest of my turn.
Alright, and with that, the black shape coalesces into, I'm going to say, giant rabbit at
Nice.
this point.
Night of the Lepus.
So it darts around all of you and goes in for an attack on the wizard. Ooh, yes, that hit. And we'll take do some bite damage, and we'll also do a kick. Let's see if that hits. Ooh, that one did not hit. The kick did not hit, but the bite did.
What the? What is Emmett doing in the kitty corner? He's just rolling around.
Dude, I keep getting distracted by the kitty corner.
Right?
I'm gonna steal that from you. We're gonna get a little scratching post, another webcam. Dude, his cat's.
All right.
I'm just using an old cell phone.
That's genius.
It's like the giant black rabbit just bites into his shoulder,
Nice.
and he's just screams in pain, but is still up. It's like, I will not give in to you, beast. And it is Whisper's turn again.
Straight up calling us beasts. That's rude.
What? That's
super
racist.
I say as I lick all of the blood and scorch marks. What else? I'm still over by the ladder because I'm not. Yeah, that's just not gonna happen. What else is in the room that we're in?
You're basically in a storage room, for lack of a better term. There are magical ingredients lining the walls.
Cool. What seems most flammable?
There are a lot of dried herbs.
Like hanging from the ceiling style?
Yes.
Are there any
Excellent.
barrels or anything?
There are a few barrels. You can't really tell what's inside them, though.
Biscuit, cat
Excellent.
biscuit.
I got enough cat biscuits right now. I'm still high on catnip. It's great. I'm going to, because I haven't quite realized yet that, one, normally I can't whisper, but now everything I say is projected. I basically tell the room that I'm going to light some stuff on fire and we should probably leave. And then I'm going to cast Firebolt onto the herbs and stuff that are hanging from the ceiling.
Okay, you don't even need to make a roll. Well, make a roll to see if you hit what you're tending to.
Mm-hmm.
This would make sense, to be honest. This makes so much sense.
Accidentally hits
That's
a
an
bowl
11.
of water.
Ah, yes. So an 11.
Yeah, you managed to hit the very flammable debris. Yeah, you managed to hit the herbs, and a smell very much like incense and sage, burning sage, starts filling the room.
At least the room will be pured.
Wait, isn't sage used against spirits? I have made a mistake.
Also, his house is a tree.
There is that.
Well, I mean, to be fair, that one I definitely was counting on. So
Okay.
fine.
To be fair.
And then I want to go back upstairs and start rummaging through all of his stuff.
Before it burns down.
Before it
You mean
burns down.
looting Before everything.
I
burns
mean, we came here for the stone.
It's down here somewhere, I think.
Also, I don't want to fight him.
down. Lamp set.
But a stone is a rock, which doesn't burn.
And we gotta go up a ladder with it, and we had enough problems coming down a ladder. Oh, we'll see how this works.
You can go upstairs and make an investigation check for me.
Yeah. Watch me watch this as well. Oh, wow. A dirty 20.
Oh, thank God.
Okay. You managed to find
Nothing.
in his desk there's a box with 5 locks on it.
That's his most important item, right?
It's useless. It's a box with locks on it.
Yeah.
I
That's not-
will. I'll have the box, and I'll yell down through the hole in the trapdoor. that I got a box, and I think the box is important.
All right,
That's my
I
turn.
think that's all you could probably do this turn.
Yeah.
And with that, I'm
Were you
thinking.
taunting us? Is that what was I've got the box.
No, look. There are 5 of us, and there are 5 locks. I can
Okay.
count to 5.
I don't know how to use thieves' tools.
Hearing that,
Oh, no.
the wizard is going to attempt to cast Hypnotic Pattern.
All right. This is where my kitty item comes
So
in.
you all need to
Wait.
make wisdom saving throws, except for Whisper, who is upstairs.
Shit.
I have the twin fish of perfect harmony, which are like it's a little kitty bling I got. It's kitty cat jewelry, and it's 2 silver fish that are fancy, and all saves against spells or magical items which affect the mind are at advantage. So does this count?
Yeah, this counts.
Yo, Houday, I got that same thing. So we each got 1 fish. It's a match set.
Aw.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Meanwhile, Lamp got a 9.
I'm adding 1 twin fish of perfect harmony. to my sheet.
Yeah.
So, anyone below a 15, you are hypnotized by these dancing lights.
Oh,
That
God.
sounds right.
Not me.
The red
And
dot
it-
has returned.
The dot!
And it
The
looks-
dot!
It looks like the giant black rabbit is also entranced for the moment.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
So, how did anyone save?
Save.
Tight.
Okay. He is going to attempt to rush past you and go up the ladder.
Oh, no.
Mm-mm.
So you both get an opportunity attack on him.
Who? Oh,
You and
really?
me.
What?
You can do unarmed kitty cat claws. You can do
Kind of Eldritch
weapon.
Blast.
No.
Wait,
Unless
let me
you
see
got
if
the
I got the
Warcaster
feet.
feet.
I usually do for things like this. Do that or shoot really, really far.
I got a natural 20.
Ooh.
Hey.
What we got going on?
So, with a natural 20, you can either take max damage or roll double the dice.
Oh, I just rolled 2 dice.
Oh,
But I
good.
did not get max damage. I probably should have just taken up on the max damage, but I already rolled the dice.
Okay.
Yeah, I do 7.
No, I do not have
No, I can math. I swear I can. I do 12.
That's
12 points of damage. All right. It's looking pretty haggard there.
Just claw at it.
Take this
What do
cat
I have to
down.
lose? I'll just claw at it. It's the most anemic thing ever. It's a 14 to hit.
That does not hit,
Alright, good, 'cause
unfortunately.
that is not like. It
Eh.
was the most.
yeah.
It was the most
It's like
opportunistic opportunity
Like
attack
what, like-
ever.
You can knock stuff off tables, but you can't swat at people as they walk by.
No.
So he makes it upstairs and is confronting Whisper at the moment.
Confronting Whisper.
take him down, Whisper.
I have made a mistake.
As far as we know, Whisper already made it out safe.
Yeah, but here's
Again.
the thing. Is that the rest of us are hypnotized in a burning room in the basement.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Nobody's in a really good position here.
This is how everything goes when Whisper
All right.
is present. I'm sorry.
But Lamp,
Hmm.
it's your turn. You're hypnotized, right?
Yeah.
Charmed for the duration. It's up to a minute, so that hasn't passed yet. However, if you take any damage, or if somebody shakes you out of it, you can come out of it. So you don't make a save this turn.
Right.
But I'm thinking if the room does catch completely on fire, you're going
I
to
would
take
notice,
damage
got
at
it.
some point.
Yeah.
Um,
Good job, Whisper. You saved me.
Everything works out.
So, Houday,
Uh,
you're up next.
Can I help any of these hypnotized guys?
Yeah, you could wake them up with just a touch, really.
Alright. Well, you know what? I'm all
I
about
think
the
you could
drama,
use an action
so-
or a bonus action to wake them up.
Oh, I was gonna just thaumaturgy.
Shake everyone up. That's
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. So, you startle everyone awake and snap them out of this illusion.
Where did
And
he
is that your
go?
turn? Are you gonna move at all?
Oh, I will hold action, go up the ladder.
You already did an action to do the thaumaturgy to shake everyone
Ooh,
awake.
yeah,
though.
no holding bonus actions. You're right. You're right.
Mm.
So I guess it's either go up the ladder or don't.
Mhm. Okay. So in that case, Patch, you are next. You have now been.
Oh, wait, I will like move to the back of the room to like start looking around for the stone.
Okay.
So I'll
All right,
actually get away from the ladder.
I am going to get up that ladder quick and I'm going to try and pounce over on that guy. I don't want him getting
Okay.
away.
He's within reach. Are you grappling or are you attacking?
I think a grapple is our best move right now.
Okay.
So I'll make an athletics check, right? Or
Yes.
is that
It'll be a contested. Although, oh, is that cocked? I don't think so.
Oh no.
You just made a natural 20.
Well, wait. This
So
is
he's
a-
really slippery.
This is a really wry wizard.
Right?
All right. So you attempted to grapple. Is that? Do you have a bonus action you want to use?
Pout.
Yep. You can pout.
Love that action.
Like, see, like this cat right here. I don't know if y'all can see him.
Yeah.
He just does pouty stuff. That's my bonus action.
There we go. It's like,
All right,
You're not
Oscar.
petting me.
All right, so I am shaken out of this, right?
Mm-hmm.
As a medium-sized cat now, can I bound up the ladder and like finally bite his foot?
I think you're going to have to make a strength roll to make that hole large enough for you to fit through now.
Oh.
Because he was a gnome. So he could get through.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you basically broke that trapdoor in half. There was enough room for cats to get through, but
Okay, so I'm still luckily raging. So at an athletics check, that's 23.
yes, you managed to blast the rest of that trapdoor right off, and he's right in front of you.
All right, I would like to bite the thick part of the back of his ankle, his calf.
Yes,
Yeah.
do it.
All right, that's 17 plus 5 is 22.
That hits.
You did it. I'm so proud, Oscar.
I get the D4 for the size, so I actually do 12 damage.
How do you want to do this?
I want to just like bite his leg so that he doesn't move anywhere. But I mean, I'm not gonna say it's like lethal, but just kind of like hamstring him, and it's just me attached to like his leg.
Okay. He has reached the end of his endurance, so like a ragdoll cat, he just goes limp, and you pick him up,
Grab him with your scruff.
and you are proudly carrying around your vanquished.
At your size, you'd be able to do that pretty easily, huh?
Yeah.
It's my dead bird. You guys see what I did?
You gonna give him as a prize to the stone?
Right.
I'll start to like sway side to side and try to yank him outside.
Oh yes. You bet. It's a
The
tight
neck
squeeze.
break.
It's a bit of a tight squeeze to fit through the door at your size now, but you manage to. Your head fits through, so you wiggle on in, and as you exit the building, basically the entire town has now woken up, and a lot of the adults and officials are standing outside trying to discuss what they're going to do, whether they're going to try storming into place. The town guard have effectively surrounded you all, and they are looking at you very surprised, and they back up a bit, and one of them is just like, put Mr. Fiddlefaddle down.
It's funny because isn't the monster like a big black and gray mess? And now a big black and
Yes.
gray mess is.
And a
walking
lot
out
of them
his
are
house.
looking at you very, very suspiciously. But one of the town elders going to say, actually, I gotta say Saluna is going to step forward and go, oh, you're all being just silly. He doesn't have gold eyes.
Yeah, I turn around and like foam out of mouth, like, and then go back to yanking him out.
It's like you're all being silly. This is the adventure that was here before. Just put it down. I think we've got it from here. I'm glad you saved Fiddlefaddle from evidently the burning building. We see the smoke.
No, he caught the building on fire.
Why would you do such a thing?
He attacked us because we found out that he stole the packed stone.
He did what?
I have the box, and I go, I don't know how to open this.
Can we get someone with thumbs, please?
So it's just like, well, and Fiddlefaddle just completely defeated, just waves a hand and the box opens and the stone's inside. He's just like, I give up. I give up. So I took the stone.
Like the gnomes.
I needed to study it.
Greedy. I'm judging you.
Do that thing where cats like climb on top of you and put all of their weight in one spot.
Oh, right on the sternum.
I do
Yes.
that statue stand up and down on his sternum.
At your size?
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep an eye on him while you guys do your thing.
Oh yeah, he is effectively pinned. And at this point, those of you inside, are you even going to attempt to stop the house from burning down, or are you just going to let it?
I'm going shit. I'm just leaving.
Not
my house.
Yeah.
That was a bit more Mo from Simpsons. I'm sorry. Not my house. Let's keep. Oh, crusty.
I just Misty stepped myself out the front door. Like, bye.
Don't have the spells for this.
And so,
warlocks.
with that, this black cloud of smoke just kind of drifts out of the house, and the villagers all kind of like stand back away from it, terrified. And it just it kind of coalesces around you for just a moment, and you hear a whisper going, the pact must be reforged.
I call the
Or
little
I
girl
shall
forward.
Take my leave.
Florina.
And Florina steps forward and is taking a look at the black smoke. It is going. Is that who I think it is?
It is your Pookie.
Oh. And she takes the stone and she goes, I gotta go. I gotta go to the crossroads, and I'll be right back. And her mother's just like, what do you think you're doing at this time of night?
I just go. I go with her.
And she just runs up and she's just like, just bring her back safe, please.
Crossroads
Yeah.
demons. We'll see. Hey,
And so the little girl goes running off to the crossroads, and those of you who follow, you see her place the stone on top of the stone at the center of the crossroads. She places the Wishstone there. And she takes out a flask. She like sniffs it and like makes a face at it, but
I understand.
pours the liquid on both of the stones and whispers something. And the black smoke coalesces into that giant rabbit again. And she goes, "Yeah, you look just like that last time. So, basically, I want the same deal as my grandma. Little things for little wishes." And the
I knew
Puka
she was in charge.
and, and Pookie glances at her and glances at all of you, and she holds up some flowers, and the Pookie takes the flowers, and they dissipate into Pookie's mouth, and he goes, "The pact is sealed. Thank you. I shall protect this village for as long as the stone remains on the altar, and I shall give gifts of wishes for little gifts until the pact is broken." And the little girl turns to the rest of you and goes, "Thank you so much. I'm glad Pookie isn't mad at us anymore. Have you figured out what Pookie is yet? Have you figured out his real name?" He said I could tell you, if you want.
Face owlbear.
Yeah, no, he's an owl.
Oh,
Owletta.
some fey
No.
man.
He just looks like that sometimes. He sometimes looks like an owlbear, and he sometimes looks like a rabbit. I haven't seen him look like a horse, but a lot of people have seen him look like a horse. His
What he
name is
though.
My int is negative when I got nothing.
I want to
She's-
know.
She's just like, his name is Puka.
I roll a history. 7.
Go ahead.
Man just shrugs. It's like,
So
okay.
who's Puka?
He is a, you know, the Feywild?
Heard of it. Pretty sure part of the reason why I'm here.
He's a person from there. He's part of the Summer Court, I think he said. But
He's a
So he's a
lawyer.
wizard.
I don't think it's the same kind of court, Lamp. It's okay.
no, it just means he's one of the better guys. Because, you know, people from the Feywild, they, you know, they're tricksy people. And some of them like doing good things, and some of them like doing bad things, and some of them like doing both.
Fair.
I see that.
Okay.
They're like cats.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, it doesn't sound weird, is what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
They are very like cats. They just have a lot of rules, is all. So
That's not like cats.
So he can't stick around and protect us without a pact. And well, I think that wizard was trying to do something to control him, which
No one
he's
should
not,
be controlled.
He's not really meant to be controlled. Yeah, like that.
Kind of unwise, yeah.
Lamp just kind of taps her collar for a minute.
And with that, you chat as you return to the village, victorious. You've broken the curse, which turns out to be a broken pact.
Nice.
And you have a Puka's boon, each of you.
Whoop.
What?
Which you can call upon in your other adventures if you play any with me.
Nice.
I would like to play more cat-themed adventures.
Yeah,
with
right?
you.
This was way too fun.
Before
Yeah, it's like-
we kind of crash for the night, I'm gonna give Florina the wand of fascination
Nice.
and just be
Yes.
like, if you ever need any of us, just point it somewhere. Somebody will show up. I don't know how it works.
Yes. She
Just that it
takes it
does.
reverently and is like, I will guard this with my life.
Wait, what is that?
Nothing like that.
All
Yes,
right.
but the alternate
That was
name for
great.
this adventure, which I thought would give everything away if I used it for the actual name, is the Puka's Take.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's
So-
possible I would have
Yeah.
Googled Puka if he had put that. So.
Yeah. The
That-
Wishstone's curse is far more mysterious.
Yeah. Thank you for
True,
Dungeon
true.
Meowstering, Zan. That was awesome.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
That was awesome.
Yeah, thank
so
you.
much fun. And thank you guys all for playing
Yeah.
and going the same route I tend to go when we play games like this and spend 15 minutes on going under tables.
I mean, cat,
yeah.
same character. That's what my character would do.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we go to do. Does anyone want to shill some of their stuff? What do
Not
you?
when you put it like that.
Sure, why not?
Zan, tell me about yourself.
I'm Zan Larson. I'm also known as Pale White Rabbit on Twitter and Patreon. I do have a Patreon. I draw stuff. I sometimes draw stuff for money. I have art in projects like Book of Seasons and Uncaged.
Oh, you
in
got some.
three of the books of Uncaged. I also wrote a module for the second book.
Ooh,
Yeah.
very cool.
Yeah, everybody wait 2 days and then get it on DM's Guild so you get all the royalties.
Yeah.
They don't get a cut.
Yeah.
Which is nice of them. But yeah, give it a couple days before you get it.
I'll go next.
Okay.
All right. My name is Echo Roanoke, and I can be found on Twitter at Echo Roanoke. Most of my stuff is doing editing for things like all 4 volumes of Uncaged and the recently published Unbreakable anthology that we did. But I do have some things that I'm like this far from finishing and will publish hopefully in the next few weeks. So yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, on our podcast, I always try to do adventures from folks on DM's Guild to give indie people some attention. And I've seen your stuff a lot.
Yeah.
Joel, you got something?
Yeah, I'm Joel. My Twitter is my name backwards, so if you find Leo Pies on Twitter, I tweet about magic stuff, magic artists. Sometimes I guest show on the Twitch channel Affinity Artifacts, where we play tabletop paper EDH, and we do that a couple of days a week. Sometimes I stream D&D sessions, but that's about it.
Monster Prom.
Oh yeah, sometimes I drink a lot and play Monster Prom with people.
Great.
I kept track of my nat 1s and my nat 20s, so I'm gonna do $5 a piece for a total of 25 for all those.
Oh, that's awesome.
You're awesome, Joel. All right, Matt Miles.
Yeah, I didn't know I knew you guys were cool, but I didn't know y'all were that cool.
You cool?
Yeah,
You
so
cool?
we're Impact RPG. We do charity games like this and run charity stuff, and we're doing Jasper's Game Week this week.
Nice.
Actually starts later tonight till Thursday. Todd Stashwick, who's in the next game, has some on there Sunday, so he's helping out too. Really busy, a lot of cool people there.
It's gonna be very, very lit.
Yeah, it's going exactly. No, I can't wait. It's for teenage suicide prevention and awareness.
Awesome.
So it's a really good cause. I hope you guys watch it there. And thanks for setting this up. I can't believe this is the first time you've done something like this. You're
Literally came up with the idea last Friday.
oh
Hey.
damn, running,
It's a good turnaround.
kitty cam,
Right?
everything.
Yeah, I think this is the second time I've DM'd for a charity. I've only played in others.
Well, thank you guys so much. This was so much fun. Thank you all who donated. We upped our donation limit, and we're already at 60% of that. And Ari's telling me I need to refresh it, so let's see where we're at. 460, nice. Nice. 61%, 11 donors. So thank you all so much. I'm just going to kind of pop up the kittens for a little while, take a pee, get ready for the next game. Thank you all so much.
Right.
I think I'm going to also try to get a page put together so that I can collect everyone's stuff, so there's a place I can send people for all the things you do.
Oh yeah, for real. Because I tried to write all your all stuff down, but I don't think I got everybody's.
No one, it's
Twitters.
not going to
I
happen. So I'm just
definitely
going
would
to...
have hit you.
Well, I'll hit you up on Discord.
Yeah, there you go.
Thanks again, Zen, for Dungeon Master.
Yeah,
Oh my
that was
god,
sweet.
so good.
Big fan.
Yeah.
Thank you for playing.
Great.
Have a good night.
See y'all.
Everybody. Bye.